Yo, what's up everybody? Joey J. Ping checking back in, respectmyregion.com. We're here, 2025 showroom floor, Las Vegas, MJBIZCON. It's been a good day so far. I got some homies here. Our journey's brought to you guys by Cannabis Solution. We got Conlan, we got Corey, Bonanza, Cannabis Company. 4 states now, fellas. Yes, last time I connected with you, the New York launch was happening in real time. Yep. Corey, we're gonna tap in and I'm gonna learn about you because I don't know you, so we're gonna get connected on camera here today. You're the new guy to me. But first, we'll start with you, Conlan. What's the latest? How did the New York launch go? What you been up to these last few months?
The New York launch has been great. Super exciting market. Just, getting more and more customers out there. We keep expanding our product lines. All mostly vape products, but live resin type things now, different AIOs, new technology.
The all-in-ones, right?
Oh, yeah.
For just to make sure that the custies understand what we got going on. Yeah. So more things, innovating, sharing the great oil that you guys create across more SKUs.
Well, and also, we come from some pretty markets that have been around for a while, like Colorado. Obviously the oldest market in the country. So we're able to see the trends of where some of these newer markets are going. Like Colorado went from like half grams to full grams and it took like 5 years.
Really?
And then it went from full grams to 2 grammers and that was like another 2-3 years.
Wow.
And then like a 4 grammer came like 2 years after that, right? So it took like 10 to 12 years to go from a half gram up to a 4 grammer. Well, in New York, it went from half gram to full gram in like 3 months.
Like immediately.
Wow.
And then to 2 grammers within like a month. And then, so we said, okay, well, we know where this is going. People are going to think we're nuts, but we're launching our 4 grammer. We're going to be the first ones to the market. So we're the first ones to launch a 4 grammer in New York. And it just came available like 2 months ago. And it's been immediately sold out. I mean, we cannot keep it on the shelf.
Wow.
And the thing is, with a 2 grammer from a production standpoint, it just eats up, a 4 grammer, it eats up so much oil.
Yeah.
So like, you gotta have huge batches, and then just keeping up with customer demand has been, for us.
Is that a challenge with New York and the current state of the supply chain?
It's not a challenge. It's just like at a certain point, like, the cash flow becomes a thing where you're like, okay, we got to buy, 50 kilos at a time now, 60 kilos at a time. When you're just doing 1 grammers, well, that's 60,000 units that you can fill with that.
Absolutely.
For 4 grammers, 80 kilos, it's only 20,000 units. Well,
But because it's a new market, like we don't have data. So 1 month you think
the projections got a little hard right now.
Right, and especially with those, it's like, okay, well, how much do we want to invest in a 4 gram, right? How much more oil do we want to buy, whatever, and then you buy not enough. So the next time you buy more, and it's still not enough. And that's kind of where we're at now.
And also with like the 4 grammer, like we wanted to keep it hush hush, right? Because we have competitors out there. We don't want people hearing what we got up to. So we didn't want to like tell customers, hey, this is coming, how much do you think you're gonna want, blah, blah, blah. So it's more like we knew that it was gonna go this way, and we knew customers would want it once they hear about it, but we didn't know kind of the demand going into it because we wanted to catch everybody else by surprise.
Yeah.
Right? So then, like, to his point, we pick an amount that we think we're gonna launch with, and then before we even made them, we were sold out.
Yeah. Wow.
And so we're like,
good problem to have.
Yeah, good problem to have.
Yeah,
but then you're scrambling because you got sales out there. You want to go get them.
Yeah. Now, Corey, you're coming in hot with a lot of info, and we just met as well. So tell me a little bit about what your role is with the company, and then we're going to circle back to you, Conlan, and remind the people, because this is a whole new event, and this is only our 2nd episode together. So, Corey, who are you? What the heck do you do with Bonanza?
I'm one of the owners of Bonanza Cannabis. I got into the industry in 2013 in Colorado. Worked for a big manufacturer out there for a handful of years, and then left that company and said, I know all this, I'm going to do it myself. And I brought him in to work with sales with me at that other company. And so he had some industry knowledge, and I said, let's do this together. I moved back to Florida at the time, so then I moved my family back to Colorado once we got our license in Colorado. And then we just hit the ground running there.
Wow, how cool is that?
So we're both owners. We're actually brothers as well.
Yeah. What's the age difference?
We were brothers first.
What's the age difference?
3.5 years.
3.5.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm 30.
I probably look 10 years older.
I'm 34, so my brother's somewhere in a similar gap like that as well, like 18 months, 20 months.
So your brother's like 30, 31.
Something like that, yeah.
I'm 35.
Perfect. Well, that's super dope, man, and inspiring because, to build a brand is not easy. To do things with a family, move across the country, those are real life challenges.
Right.
And whether it's economy or politics or cannabis or changes or state rules, it's not easy. And you guys operate in multiple states. Refresh the people, what other states that you guys operate in?
So Colorado, New Mexico, here in Nevada, and New York.
Nevada. Last time we talked, we didn't get to really talk about Nevada because it was mainly the New York conversation.
Yeah.
Well, we're here.
Yeah.
What's going on with you guys here in Nevada?
So Nevada, we're just chugging along like we always have. So just quality, consistency, just like every other state. Nevada is a little bit more unique in the sense that they have, we can't do a 4 gram here.
Oh, okay.
They
so
just actually
the sizing restrictions and things like that in these different states?
They just increased the size actually from 800 milligram THC to 3,500. So you could.
So now there's some bigger examples.
So, we're working on our 2 grammer that we have in some of the markets that we're in. We're going to bring that here. Obviously, it's slower out here because it's all has to be approved by the regulators, packaging, hardware,
ahead of time.
So we're in the process of getting that approved.
Oh, cool.
And then we'll be rocking and rolling.
Some new items coming. 2026, first half, second half.
Oh, no, it'll be first half.
Nice. We're at the end of the year. We just said first half 2026 for the Nevada and some of that kind of stuff. What about these other states? Any other cool moves you guys can shout out or focus or bring some light to?
Yeah, like our more established states like Colorado, New Mexico, we're just constantly refreshing things. We have our heavy hitters, our strains that are just can't miss. We've had them forever. And we like to cycle in new ones. We do some seasonal stuff. And just new flavors of gummies that we come out with. And we have a tried and true method. If it's not broke, don't fix it. So we try to just refresh our already existing products. But anytime new things come on, like to his point, the 4 gram in New York or the 2 gram in Nevada, we're always super quick with it. We want to know that that's worth our while before we do it. But when we do make a decision on a new product or a new SKU, it's him and I that make these decisions. And we can do it we're
quick with it.
Like for example,
the experience from Colorado, we'll be able to see if history repeats itself. High chance in some cases.
For example, New York, we launched with a 1 grammer, and then within 2 months we had a 1 grammer and a 2 grammer. And then within 3 months after that, we had our 1 grammer, our 2 grammer, our 4 grammer, and our live resin.
Wow.
So that, and then we're working on gummies. So we're very quick to expand, especially when it's we have customers, we're building that customer base. Now I want to upsell those customers and give them more and more options to buy from me.
Yeah, buy from the house, from the family of the brands, from the family of products.
Right.
Obviously, we were referencing trends earlier and some of the things we've seen in Colorado, Washington, Colorado, rosin, big trend last few years. Our home states, big early purveyors of those products. I'm sure you guys probably get asked that, or when is it going to be this? When are we going to see rosin from the brand? Is that going to be a thing anytime soon?
It's funny.
I got a pocket full of rosin things, so I have to ask.
It's funny because in Colorado, we had all these plans. We had planned to do our gummies in Colorado almost immediately.
Really? Okay.
And then we launched our carts, and it was just fucking so busy. We didn't have time.
So
with us, it's the second we have a little bit of
breathing room.
Yeah, I mean, right now it's
that's fair.
We know what we do well. We do a lot of it, right?
We extract, we manufacture great base. It's always consistent. Branding's good.
And then it's you have to, once the train leaves the station, it doesn't stop, right? So it's
so those 50, 60 liters, those jumps, all of a sudden you have to now it's a whole nother category, same growth, right?
And you got to do it right. You don't want to.
Doing 200 plus kilos we're needing every month just to maintain. And that's for our current product line. So now you're talking more SKUs,
potentially 400, but now having rosin, which is a more expensive version
and a new process,
things like that. In Colorado, our facility's smaller. I think you mentioned, it's 3,500 square feet. And it's hard to expand it as far as
squeeze more out of what's already happening.
Right. But I mean, we're willing to do it. You know, we're for example, we're adding a weekend crew starting this weekend.
Oh wow!
Just to help with just.
Have you had to do that before?
No, we've gotten everything done pretty much.
Another good
That's not
problem
to say they don't.
Here we go.
We've overtime type things, but really, they're going to help cook more gummies and things like this. Things that don't happen instantaneously.
That 24/7 kitchen in the future, boys. At the rate of this, Bonanza Cannabis on the rise. 4 states. Anything this year? Anyone else? Or are we going to focus on what we're good at.
We want to
and what we're
focus
gonna
on
grow
that. Yeah, we like to give our full attention.
Yep. I get that
especially
vibe
a market
from
like New York.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to pull your attention away before you actually.
Of course. Some people do them 2 or 3 state swings at the time and try to handle it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's difficult and
impossible
expensive.
to give it your full attention if you're doing that, though. Yeah.
Absolutely, man. Well, my last question for you guys, I appreciate it. Well, actually, before we get to the last question, let me go ahead and pop this up. We got the cart here, right? Let's go ahead and show it up. Go ahead and talk about this a little bit, and I'm gonna just show them the packaging so they can see.
So this is our 1 gram cartridge. It's the same hardware, same cart in every market we're in. Like I always say, the quality and consistency of this hardware and this product is what separates us. And consistency is huge, not just within a market. For example, if you bought this product 6 months ago and now you buy it today, it's going to be the same experience. But not only that, if you buy it in Denver, you buy it in New York City, it's going to be very similar.
I remember you saying you guys were very big on the formulations and getting the cannabinoid profiles damn near identical.
Yes. Well, and that's it, because what good is a brand loyalty if every time you buy it, it's different? You know, one time you like it, one time you don't. So, I mean, we do have products like our Live series and stuff where they're rotating strains.
That's meant to be more of an individualized expression at that point.
Exactly. You're gonna go and buy a different strain than you did last time, probably. But we got people that this, for example, is a Baja Splash strain.
Why do you choose this style or this hardware? I'm not a manufacturer. I'm not a hardware. Obviously, our sponsor here today is, but I don't know much about that. Why this one? Because you guys are dedicated to the consistent experience across the states.
And really the quality. Us coming from Colorado, 1 gram cartridges, it took a while for them to catch on because there were so many faulty products. And so when we were going to launch a 1 gram cart, we said we can't deal with leaking carts.
And that's got to be a problem there, because
with
cold
altitude,
and then hot swings, right?
And altitude.
Oh, a third thing. We don't have to deal with that in Seattle for us for the most part.
So you go from
Didn't think about
a mile high to 10,000, 12,000 feet at the ski slopes where people are buying this.
That affects this in what way? What does it do to the oil?
The pressure.
Does it break it? Does it burst it? What does it do?
No. So really the big issue back then was the pressure for when you buy something in Denver and drive to go ski in the mountains, right? It's going to force it to leak, or it was causing...
It'll go pressure up or down. It's going to go somewhere.
Right. Exactly, and it was breaking, so they couldn't get the full use out of it. And
well, I'd be so crazily upset if I randomly had something break. I just dropped $60.
Imagine coming for vacation and $60 for full grammer.
Back in the day,
you're talking like $80. I mean, you get off a plane, you're excited to go skiing, you buy a product in Denver. By the time you get to the mountains, you pull out your bag, it's like unusable.
Right. Or it's all over your purse, or fill it out of your car.
So we was the very first cartridge that people trusted to be able to make that altitude change from a dispensary standpoint, that they were comfortable selling to their customers.
And we are indeed the heck out of this. So he was living in Florida before we even got our license.
Humid.
And so what I would actually do is I'd like when we were getting samples of our hardware, I'd fill it with like CBD oil or something, and then I'd ship it but down to Florida to him to see how it would do at sea level, and and then he'd mail it back. And we never had issue.
Then in the plane, 30,000 pressure changes.
Exactly. And so it's also, it's got unique
this is a
features.
unique bottom. What is going on with this?
So it's a 510, but it's got that little extra cap on there. That's gonna even if it did want to leak, I don't know how it would. It's got nowhere to go. So
it kind of holds that pressure in there.
It's got a little bit of a leak-proof. A leak-proof technology to it, and also we love the look of it.
It does.
This is
very
unique
slick
to us. It looks like a wooden bullet, is what people have said before, just with the wooden mouthpiece. It's a very Western.
It's accessorizable, is what I would say to it. Depending on the color of your outfit or the shoes you got or whatever it is, it could potentially match up to it. It's also nice and neutral at the same time.
Well,
at least it's just not the same as everything or everybody.
So, for example, from a branding standpoint, if you're a bud tender, right, and someone bought your product, they say it takes 7 to 10 times for someone to remember a brand name, right? But if they remember the style
shape
and the look of the product, well, if someone comes in and goes, hey, I bought a cart here, ceramic mouthpiece, I think it was white or black, person goes, dude, I got 10 of those.
Yeah, facts.
Person comes in and goes, I bought a cart, had a wood tip, looked like a bullet.
Very rare.
That's Bonanza. I know
Very
immediately.
rare.
So we built our brand based on that and customer loyalty.
Smart.
And then also, it's all food grade stainless steel and glass. There's no cheap materials made with the product. And we've done that from the very beginning because we knew we were entering a market like Colorado where it was established. There were brands that we had to compete against.
Had to be good. Had to work every
from
time.
the beginning. So
Has to work.
So that's what we focused on. And
I
then
love
we
it,
just
man.
always made it consistent to every market that we're going to hold ourselves to that same standard.
And I always tell people, try to sell me hardware, I'm like, look, it's not broke, I'm not going to fix it. You know what I mean? It works like a freaking charm. So
now, last question for you guys. back to New York. What we looking at? What's going on? What's the latest there? How we doing? What's the word?
Well, New York's just blowing up. I mean, as you know, there's already they just hit their 500th dispensary, I think.
Yep.
So to us, that's just more and more customers, potential customers for us. We're already in over 100 retailers in New York ourselves, and the orders are flowing. I mean, the growth has been massive just since the last 6 months since we launched, and so it's just an exciting market. They do cool events like the one we were at together. We don't mind flying into New York City and spending a couple days up there, and they really do it right too. You have purchasing managers and stuff at dispensaries that actually want to buy stuff and are really interested.
The energy's still there in that market.
100%. Whereas like a more mature market like Colorado, I mean, they don't want to be found. They got to hide because they don't want to be sold something new, right? So
15 years of being chased down and endless samples that they've already had 100 times.
And you know what? It's cool when you go into a shop that's in Times Square and has a product in it in the biggest and most popular city in the world, right?
Yeah.
So like, my dad took a vacation in New York. He's like, hey, is there anywhere I can maybe check out your stuff? I mean, he's not a cannabis user, but he sends me his location, and there's literally a shop 900 feet in Times Square from him, and he goes in there,
feeling, right?
And the person's like, he goes in and goes, these are my son's company.
Yeah.
This is crazy. Like in Times Square.
Yeah.
You leave the door, and there you are.
Right. Not a lot of other stores in Times Square where guys in Colorado might be able to have a footprint of their product there.
Exactly.
New York. What are the other retail stores that exist? Like,
it's unbelievable.
That's tough.
Yeah, it really is a really cool thing.
I'm happy for you guys, man. It's exciting to hear that and be able to meet you, Corey and Conlan. It's a pleasure to have you back.
Thank you.
Want to shout out, obviously, our sponsor here, Canna Brand Solutions, for the opportunity to share these stories, and MJBIZCon for bringing us here together. We appreciate it. Where can people learn more, find, subscribe to something at? What's the digital place for them to go to?
Yeah, BonanzaCannabis.com is going to be the best. Social media is ever changing. We've had our Instagram taken down and put back up.
But the website always there.
The website's always there, and we're constantly adding new content even to the website. Digital imaging, videos. You can see where you can find our product on the map. Just enter in your location, and it'll pop up.
One product each. Last thing. Sorry, adding it in. What's your favorite? What do you recommend? One each. Come on.
I'm gonna go with the 4-gram vape because it's
You know
what I'm saying. I mean, and also the hardware is just so sleek. I mean, all this stuff looks so cool. It's got the digital screens. It's got all these things, and you really can't miss. And plus, it's got all our classic strains available as well.
Fire. Well, what strain?
I'd say like a Maui Wowie.
Okay.
That's our top
you had to pick one. What about you?
I was going to go Maui Wowie 1-gram cart, but I'll go our Blueberry Kush or Pineapple Express. Those are like our 3 OG strains we launched with. And like Maui Wowie, Blueberry Kush, Pineapple Express, of the 1-gram cart, we've sold, I want to say, probably close to 1 million of each strain of the 1-gram cart.
People want those strains. They love it.
Yeah.
And they keep coming back, I'm sure.
Cart, the 1G.
Hell yeah. Well, guys, Bonanza Cannabis here on the show today. Be sure to tap in, like, follow, subscribe. Colorado, New Mexico, New York, and Nevada. Let's go. So if you guys go to any of those states in your tourism and your adventures, be sure to ask for Bonanza. Corey, Conlan, appreciate you guys. I'm Joey J. Ping. Big shout out to Canna Brand Solutions, and we'll catch you on the next episode. I love you guys. Peace.